technically small key locked. I guess you would think it's more likely to be in these these more freely accessible locations. And there's the first glove, and all of a sudden the world lights up pretty brightly now.
Mm-hmm.
That glove plus hookshot equals access to West Dark World.
Recidador over by Ice Rod Cave area and finding Mimic Cave that you can't do without hammer. So where is sword? Where is hammer?
Very fair questions both.
Oh, that's right. The Harris Small was in Skullwood's back. Yep. And yeah. So Glove and Meyer, but aside from that.
Yeah, you got a second TR small, and that's about it. But yeah, that glove pretty clearly looks like it is the next thing to chase.
And Recidador looks like heading up to Hobo. And Beer going back.
I definitely don't hate this play. As long as you keep in mind that it's out of logic. It's just a kind of inconvenient thing to get back to, even when you do get flippers.
Okay.
Small
Potentially.
odd,
Yeah. I mean, you still got the whole back of pod. Which it sucks when it's a pendant dungeon, but that item density is hard to ignore.
Yeah, I think definitely especially as a longer term option, that's certainly going to be helpful. Both players, for the most part, aside from when it's been like convenient, have largely done a seemingly a concerted effort to stay in logic as much as possible. Definitely Beer has. So we didn't even see him Hera pot up to the top of Hera to swipe that item.
No. There's another GT small.
Beer did find Hyrule Castle entrance there at the Dark Potion shop and is also not interested in playing around with that right now.
Bumper ledge. Pipe cave. Single rupee.
It's not a very exciting start. No.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Wow.
Just too much value in that hype cave.
-5 out of 10.
Thank goodness we dove Meyer for that glove, so we could get those 2 rupees, 2 heart pieces, and 10 superfluous arrows. That's awesome.
Okay.
Swamp location.
With the dam still outstanding. But Swamp is a crystal, so we'll have to make our way back there eventually.
We're setting up a death warp here in Hera basement, so we'll see if he opts to head upstairs for that one out of logic item, or just wants to use that to continue on. Yeah, he's just gonna.
Yeah.
He's gotta be funneled the same way Beer was as well.
Mm-hmm.
Which will be good for him. He's going to get to Meyer most likely and pick up that glove.
Yeah, well, Beer is now in Skull Woods.
Yeah, I know that there are differing schools of thought as to how readily one wants to dive Skull Woods here, especially in a situation like this where you could get locked out with a bad layout, but the options are so limited that...
Yeah. I mean, yeah, if the layout's good, you got a lot of free checks in here.
I guess the one positive for Beer is he's seen everything south of Village of Outcasts that he could see right now, I believe. So he might want to do what he's doing right here, just check out these last handful of locations and come back if he has to.
And it's gonna find Hookshot Cave with the hookshot.
It's a rarity.
It feels like usually if you find hookshot, when you have the hookshot, there's nothing in here, especially if you find it in under an hour. But Residor did make their way back to Meyer, which is good.
Hey, swords.
Ah,
Big
nice.
six.
Oh, small key to desert, which we can check. So actual potential helpful hookshot cave here?
The Meyer area. That's
Oh, okay.
fun. Maybe.
Maybe. I mean, I guess it's nice because it means you don't need flute to get back here, technically. But without the mirror, you still have checks that you can't make.
Yeah, and the tough part too is it ends his route as well. So he's gonna have to get his way back up there. Ooh, does get some Mario here. And okay, well,
my gosh.
well then. No, it was great. Get to the Meyer area.
And green refill. That was a find.
Yeah, Mitz plus Samaria, that's definitely options here.
So what item would Beer hope to find next? Probably hammer, I would think.
Yeah, Hammer offers that utility for the dungeons.
Gives you more option for Dark World access points.
Yeah, the flute and the mirror obviously give you more options in terms of, well, just flat out being able to do multiple things at once or quickly.
Yeah. Although depending on where items are, sometimes getting that mirror ends up making you do a lot of overroll checks that don't really pan out.
Yeah, that's true.
I guess I think the well was at Hammer
Yeah, it's at the back
Egg.
location.
Yeah.
Beer did beeline it right back out to the Ice Rod Cave area for Skull Woods.
Yeah.
So he did that. He did that map check, knew that it was a crystal.
Kind of a crap location to get back to.
Yeah.
So you might as well. And how many times has an item been on Moth? Like
More
too
than
many.
you think you more than you would think, probably. Yeah, Residor was going to follow suit here. Got that glove and is going to start his Dark World foray. Fighter sword and limited magic here for Beer with the fire rod, but he's done a good job of keeping Moth at bay thus far.
Yep. And Moth not being a jerk and hanging out at the back the whole fight.
Yeah, it was a very nice fight.
Very clean, yeah. Nice vanilla heart container. And okay, and Residor going over to Catfish.
Yeah, I mean, at this, again, we happen to have a little bit more knowledge as to where a few things are, thanks to what Beer has checked.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind knocking Catfish out here when you're just gonna head over by a hook shot. Well, Residor doesn't even want that map. All right.
Nope, that's okay.
No maps today.
Oh, which is interesting. Like with so little dungeon knowledge, I guess I would have picked up that map.
Yeah, well, I'm a self-admitted compulsive map checker, so
Yeah, same.
especially having already picked up, I think, the GT map earlier.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Beer here back in GT now has Samaria and the Fire Rod and a small key, so I can take this all the way to Ice Armos, and he has the GT Big as well.
Yes. And Isidore in Hyrule Castle. Picking up another TR small.
Yeah, there's a lot of Turtle Rock keys early on.
Mm-hmm.
Plus the Fire Rod that we saw both players pick up early that is still not yet in Logic.
I don't think we've seen Hyrule Castle yet. I don't think Beer did this.
No, Beer gave it a
No.
look and was just like, nah,
No.
I'm going over to the higher volume of stuff. Nice lamp.
Oh, and the lamp. And it's just a Skullwoods key.
Are we contractually obligated to say if one loves lamp or not? Or is that just only Brave is contractually obligated?
Only Brave is contractually.
Okay.
Everyone else is apparently contractually obligated to say I do not.
Yeah. These unwritten rules, they're tough to keep track of. Ooh, Hyrule Castle Main though, kicking up here in Dark Death Mountain. That's
Yeah,
that's
this is
thing.
an interesting find for Isidore. And a second sword.
Yeah, definitely take that.
Okay, so GT Big Key paying off. I was just, yeah, nothing too interesting on the mountain.
No, but it is, again, knowing that you have...
Nice.
Yeah, nice. Those are nice connectors. There we are.
And nothing behind Ice Armos.
Oh, we're stealing the key to climb.
Interesting. Okay.
This isn't, yeah, very intriguing play.
I mean, you have bow, you have hook shot. I mean, it's the kind of play that you probably don't expect your opponent to do.
Yeah, very much so. There
Although
is also, sorry.
I was just gonna say, like, Recidador still doesn't have cane or mitts.
Yeah, he's about to get 2 rubies though.
Ah, and a piece of heart and some arrows.
It's pretty big.
This game was very memorable for us, I guess.
Yeah, for beer here, there's definitely upside to this. There's 4 items on the climb. There's 3 for the back of escape that you can access, and then you can get back to the dark world checks.
Yes.
Similar to if he had saved and quit out of Sank anyway. And as you noted, from a semi-meta perspective, you might be thinking, my opponent's probably not pushing this early.
Yeah, although, I mean, I'm kind of the opinion you don't want to try to, like, out-meta your opponent.
Yeah.
But, I mean, in cross keys, a play like this can really pay out sometimes.
Beer making use of that green potion that he got from one of the fairy item caves. Which he was able to save during that. Oh no, I think he has one that was green anyway. He got a second by the fill up.
Well, Recidador is going over to Skull Woods. I think there are just like 10 arrows in this chest back here. Oh, excuse me, a bomb pack. My bad.
Very valuable. And he's about to get the unfortunate news that it's a less than ideal layout here.
Yeah. I think Beer has, to answer chat, I think Beer has one more bottle of green. I want to say.
Yeah, well, Recidador opted to do the drop in, and it's not the nice one. Ice Big, okay.
Oh, good.
It's a 5/6 crystal. You got it before you're going to beat the dungeon. You know what?
True. You never want to have to go back in and check that.
Yeah, because nobody's ever been burned by the Ice Big key and cross keys.
Of course not. Nice hookshot strats by Beer there. Okay.
Closing in on having information on all the dungeons.
Oh, big key to Eastern. I think when Beer went to Skullwoods, I think he just did one check and then bailed.
Yeah, he saw the layout and was like, I'm not dropping down, and then he went south and found Hookshot Cave. Which did lead him to the sword and Samari in the mids.
Yeah, so we'll see if that Eastern big key becomes acquired.
Yeah, at least one of the players has picked up the Eastern map. We have not seen the map check yet.
Yeah, I think Beer picked up the map. Or actually, I don't remember. That might have been right side pod. Oh, Eastern Palace map was in Moldorm chest. Thank you. Yes, and shout out to our tracker, Furious Magic, keeping us on track. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Solo tracking cross keys is a big undertaking, so major credit to Furious Magic.
And Thievestown's small over there in Skullwoods. And was that Red Boomerang?
I believe so, yeah.
Back of Escape?
And some money.
Let's see the back of Skullwoods here, which is... Nope.
Beer son of a fake flipper. I don't think he has seen this location.
I don't think so.
We saw it from Residor immediately. But yeah. Eastern is indeed a crystal, and with that big key, Residor can well clear it here. So we do know that Beer will indeed have to go back to Skullwoods at some point.
Yes. I think I must have missed that. We did see a map check for Eastern.
Residor's in Eastern, and it's a crystal on them.
Yes.
Oh, fun, the book.
Oh, nice book. So we're finally going to see this big key chest here.
Yeah, meanwhile, Beer is back in TR, and I'm going to guess that he's headed to the front.
I would think so.
Oh, sword in Eastern.
Okay, then.
For Recidador, that's his first.
Yes.
It's the third we've seen, and that's the first for him.
And that's not a room you see very often in Eastern. The fairy drop down.
Yeah, I like being prudent there on Recidador's part. If you happen to mess up the fire rod shot, and then all of a sudden the RNG from these Igors gets out of the way, or one of the little mold guys decides to be a hero, then things can go sideways quickly, even on Blue Mail.
Yeah, exactly. That was a nice 10 arrow drop there. And nothing really in the front of TR, but I'm assuming Beer's going out the front entrance, so we'll see where that takes them.
Yeah, this would get him full knowledge of all the TR entrances at the very least, and Recidor making short work of the Armos Knights for the first crystal on his side. And the TR main entrance finally getting Beer that access up to Death Mountain here.
Mm-hmm.
And hey, Thievestown. Pendant Thievestown, apparently.
The GT small, which
Well, it could actually have utility for beer.
It could.
Because he actually could use another one if he has to go back to GT for the left side of the basement.
Very true. And Swamp Big Key. We'll see if that has any use.
Yeah, it's not quite
Again,
the swamp key you're looking for.
No. Oh, look, another big key that's not necessarily hard required. And Bombos. The front of these towns is pretty packed there.
Yeah, very key laden.
GT small, 2 big keys, and Bombos. I mean, with Hair Big Key, Hair is not terrible to get back to, and you still have the 2 upstairs checks to do. And Recidador going into Hookshot Cave is going to find their second sword here.
Yeah, we'll see if they opt to follow it to the Mire area as Bear did.
I mean, I would think so.
Especially having already fully cleared out Skull Woods. Yeah, most likely.
Oh, and that's right. The small 2 desert was here as well. I mean, you don't know if or when you're going to get a flute. So... And then they'll pick up their cane and mitts.
And so right now, what it is 4 dungeons that we don't know about as to whether they're instant crystals. Just one is happening. Oh!
Old man actually coming through. Okay. And Recidador picking up Mitt's cane and getting some green goo from the fairy there. So we know where Swamp is. We have the small key. But I do not believe we've found the dam yet.
Yeah, no dam, no flippers. And with those 2 pieces, you could beat it out of technical logic and be finding Graveyard Ledge in the Cape. That's something. Not gonna
Always a
turn
nice
it
safety
down.
path.
Yeah.
Oh, there's our second castle tower small in Desert East.
Oh, Mire big in chess game. All right, that's a clearable Mire now. That was a super fast map check from Beer.
I completely missed that one.
I don't think I would have caught it even if I knew he was doing it and knew what to look for. So.
Oh, and there's the dam.
And the shovel.
Right. Oh, shovel hype.
The shovel. The thing you use. And Recidador has seen these couple of entrances up here that Beer's about to check. But one of them is the main entrance to Hyrule Castle, which is not necessarily the worst thing for Beer.
Nope, and I don't believe Beer's found other entrances into Hyrule Castle.
He found Hyrule Castle East at the Dark Potion Shop, but eschewed it.
That's right.
Though I don't actually remember if there was anything of utility here in Hyrule Castle.
I don't know that we saw Recidador do Dark Cross. Funny.
Okay.
Yeah, we did see a TR small in Hyrule Castle and then the pod key in Zelda's Cell. I don't think we saw Dark Cross until now, though.
Recidador picking up his big key to Pendant Pod.
And Beer choosing not to. Well, maybe he'll go back to the castle. Yep. There was also a pod small on a hobo. Yes. And here's that TR small.
So it will be interesting to see where Beer opts to head after this in particular right now, given that he has two clearable dungeons that he doesn't actually know what they are.
Mm-hmm.
And for both of them, it's effectively just cleanup.
Yeah, so Recidador is in Village of Outcasts here.
Yeah, we haven't even seen these. Both players went to Hookshot Cave, went to the Mire area, and then they're like, oh, items that let us do other things. Oh, sick kid. Gotten plenty of bottles.
And some red rupee. Well, not a whole lot going on in here.
We're gonna check on the sunken item, perhaps.
Oh, good. It puts nothing into logic.
The exciting nothing that we found on the left side is getting closer and closer to being useful. Oh,
There. Okay.
Fourth sword overall.
Yeah, so we've seen all 4 swords now. And then the only one that is outstanding for Beer is the one that is an Eastern, which Beer may never get.
Yeah, there's a decent chance.
I'm not sure if Beer is someone who typically skips that check or not.
Yeah, I think it's going to depend on when he's actually going to Eastern. Meanwhile, Recidador started the Smith chain and pulled the flippers off of the Smith.
I don't remember if Recidador has found Swamp yet. Or the dam.
No, he definitely hasn't found the dam.
Then it probably hasn't found Swamp, because
yeah,
those two are pretty close to each other.
No, the dam was up on the mountain, correct?
Yes.
Swamp is, I think, at the Dark Lumberjack shop. Yeah.
Oh, I think that there was a connector there then.
Mm.
I think I just remember Beer finding those. fairly close together, time-wise.
Yeah. I think Beer got the connector up to the mountain shortly after that. Beer's taking the Smith for a walk too, so
He sensed. And nothing in purple chest, unfortunately.
So that opens a series of additional locations for Beer as well. So they're going to follow Beer's earlier lead and pretty much clear out the vast majority of Turtle Rock. To answer Moogle, the Eastern Palace Big Key is in Skull Woods. Skull has the bad layout, so Beer opted against doing the drop down for other things, whereas Recidador did drop down and get it.
So the other thing that was there, I think, was the Thieves Town Small Key.
Yeah, I believe you're right. Yeah, you're doing the double take, everyone's favorite.
Yeah.
Dark World connector / item cave. Spiral cave, yay. Yeah, you still had not checked this location in the woods, which I don't really remember being anything.
And another super quick map check that I could barely follow.
Yeah, our Tracker Purist Magic did seem to note that Myers a crystal.
Okay.
Which would be good for Beer, having the Meyer big already. Albeit with Meyer in a crummy spot, but...
Now, at this point, Beer would only need to check the big chest and then kill a Vitreous. But Beer going for Swamp here, which I think makes sense.
Yeah, he has everything to do it. Save for Hammer, which is obviously the logistical requirement, but again, he knows it's the other 5/6. It's a fully clearable dungeon in a bad spot.
Yeah.
Just knock it out with the understanding that anything you find from this point on is hammer locked. And the hammer's going to have to show up anyway for at least one of the other dungeons.
Beer doing left side first. Which apparently is supposed to be slightly faster than doing the other two checks first.
Yeah, that's what I've heard, so I just go with it. I'm like, yeah, you know what? Yeah, you guys are the ones with the stopwatch. I don't. You just tell me what to do, and I'll do it slower than you.
Exactly. Yeah. By the time you factor in the execution, it doesn't truly matter for most runners at that point. Probably not. The nice thing is that Beer did find the skull or the Swamp Big Key, so won't ever have to worry about trying to come in here again. And Recidador finding Spike Cave and realizing that is not possible to do at this time.
Yes, Spike Cave on its own stinks, and when it's up on East Death Mountain and you don't have the hammer, it really stinks.
And Recidador finding Thieves Town. It's gonna pick up their big keys here and bombos. And then I'm assuming they'll go to the other side of the mountain to do those checks.
Yeah, there's a lot open now for Recidador up here on the mountain. Yeah, I mean, he is trailing Beer a little bit in that respect. Beer has full cleared this area. Obviously, the one thing at present that Residor does have on beer is that Eastern Palace big and Eastern Palace clear.
Mm-hmm.
Swamp on the whole, though,
yeah,
not very interesting.
pretty empty in the front. Which I think more and more is making sense, especially with the late hammer.
Yeah, absolutely. That would be, in my mind, whether it's correct inference to make or not. It would be like, oh yeah, well, I don't have hammer, so ergo hammer must be from me or something.
But I can definitely understand, making this play, because let's say, there is something that is hammer locked, but hammer is in some disgusting location. The last thing you want to have to do is come back to swamp.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And Residor picking up the old man here. Where was the lamp?
It's up there on West Death Mountain, I believe. I want to say it was in a spot that Beer happened to find. Oh, it was in GT. Oh, GT right side. That's right.
That's right. That's right.
My bad. Yeah, that's right. Good times.
Thank you, chat. And Residor picking up their swamp small and about to find the dam up here. All beer full cleared swamp for a whole lot of nothing. Just a red crystal.
Yeah. Oh, this is good news for Beer though. Going back into Skull here.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna get his Eastern big.
Fourth. No. The sword is an Eastern. Excuse me. All right, my meme brain is struggling a little bit here.
Too many memes.
Clearly, there's a sword in Skullwoods. Okay, and big key, fine for both runners at the same time. Very nice. About to pick up Beebstown Small here. While Residor finds the dam. Oh. And it's gonna probably have to come back in for that chest check there.
So Beer has a lot of options available here. Be interesting to see how he tries to string it together.
Yeah, I mean, I would think you can go to Eastern. Now you can full clear it. Of course, you have the couple checks left in Hera here, which Beer still doesn't know if it's a pendant or crystal. But at this point, I mean, you got a sword. That's not the fighter sword, so Moldorm's kind of baby.
Yeah. Residor has joined Beer here in Hera.
Okay. And 2 pieces apart.
Yeah, so that big key hasn't been blocking much of anything.
Nope.
But this dungeon beat will give us the collective dungeon info. So
Yes.
It's either Hera or Turtle Rock as the green pendant. Or a pendant, I guess.
Okay.
Not ideal, but it doesn't take long to clear this out, though. So that's the
No.
upshot. And then again, you get that peace of mind, the knowledge. You know what you're looking for the rest of the way.
Yeah, so we have Pendant Pod, Pendant Terra, Pendant Thieves Town.
So right now, for beer, it would just be Ice Rod, Hammer, Desert Big from Go.
Yeah, as far as items.
Is Recidador in the same boat?
I believe so. Unless there's, something locked behind, like the Ice Palace big chest or something like that. Then of course we might need mirror for entrance go. And we're still heading back into GT to do right side. So
well, this will net him the lamp at least.
And Beer's gonna pick up that fourth sword. And probably go, thanks, I guess. Nice to have, but would have rather seen the hammer.
Precisely what he was looking for in this one. These fights on Tempered have been pretty strenuous, so...
Yeah.
You gotta break out the gold sword for our most nights.
And we're sitting there checking tile room. Which... I don't know that Beer did this, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I don't actually recall if Beer did it or not.
I don't think so. But we will see if Recidador decides to climb. And then something was in the GT big chest. I'm so happy that my memory has decided to fail me tonight.
Well, I mean, it's cross keys. When I'm playing by myself, I don't even remember them. I'm just like, yeah.
Well, because at that point you already found it, and unless it's locked something else, it doesn't really matter. Sword in GT big chest.
Sword.
Okay. Thank you, chat.
Beer not super thrilled at the remainder of Eastern being less than stacked, shall we say. But
yeah.
That's his third crystal on the board.
No. But probably grateful since he didn't know going in. I don't... yeah, I guess he did. He just didn't have it marked. Never mind. I think Beer did have full pendant crystal knowledge.
Be a King's Tomb check here from Beer. And there's still a few stray entrances up here that Beer hasn't seen, mostly doing this area in Dark World.
Yeah, I don't think we've seen Ice Palace entrance.
Ice we did see. Ice is...
Did we?
Yeah, Ice is at south of Pod. Because Beer dove that for the penguin chest.
Oh, sorry, I meant the Vanilla Ice Palace entrance.
Oh yeah, no, we haven't.
And Recidador finding nothing behind Ice Harpos. And just bailing at that point. So not gonna climb.
Yeah, with much more clear options in front of him here, I think it definitely makes even more sense than when Beer's heading back to pod with just one additional small from first time in, plus the bow.
And big key.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, Recidor is going to head out to Eastern Palace location for Meyer.
Which can now clear. I think this is where there wasn't much over here on the right. I think that maybe there's a map and just some arrows over here. Yeah, this was the Eastern Palace map. Just like, thanks, game. Now that we found already done Eastern. Thanks for that knowledge. Oh, good. Another helpful map.
Here's gonna go give us a bat check here.
Come on, bat.
I know that Ed is hyped for this. So. It's a big moment
Favorite
in
check.
this feed. Yeah. Oh, that's a clutch map.
I'm a little disappointed, I think.
Bat hype does not intensify. That map is critical to the completion of this seed, and we all know that. How are we supposed to know what Turtle Rock is otherwise?
We had no knowledge of Turtle Rock prior to that map.
No,
function.
just ignore this. Ignore everything else. The inference that we made. We're merely using logic earlier, but now we've got a map. So.
And Beer finding nothing useful over there on the Desert East.
Yeah, Beer cleaning up a lot of stray things here. Yeah. This is probably Meyer time.
Yeah, because you don't have a ton of options left at this point. That Octrock being a little rude. Nice cape strat there.
That's a key. It's a key.
That's not really a key you want to see, though. I don't think.
Not particularly right now. No.
Who wants to head back to Thieves Town, which is in a fantastic location? They go to the back there.
Without hammer, even though you have the small key.
Yeah.
Gonna have to say hard pass their game.
And this is where sometimes Thieves Town logic kind of messes with me. Can hammer be in the back of Thieves Town?
Yes.
I
know it can definitely be in Blind Cell.
Wouldn't that be just the biggest joke?
That would be a lot of super fun. Everybody Everybody, especially the two folks playing this seed, would
Yeah.
have big time laughs with that. We're heading back out to the Ice Rod Cave area, clean up Skull Woods.
Oh.
So this would prospectively be his third crystal. Beer angling for his fourth here.
Yeah, and you can clear ice at this point.
Save for the hammer.
Yeah. Well, you can.
Yeah, we can. You can get. You
Yeah,
can
you
get a
kill
lot
the
of
boss.
stuff. The problem is, I guess he noted, it's so bad to get to.
Yeah.
Because it is south of the pod area, and you have Mid's Dark World access. And the connector that went there was up on the mountain.
Yeah.
No, they do have the Sanctuary spawn. Very good catch by Furious Magic. So that's okay, not as bad. Very good call. Ooh, Residor with the unfortunate RNG from those spikes on the moth fight.
Now, Moth is not a free fight by any means. Even with enough hearts and sword.
Yeah, I do remember when I started out, it was basically described that Moth isn't the real fight, it's the arena. It was the arena that got Residor there, because he just kept getting dreadful RNG from those spikes that don't care what mail you have.
Mm-hmm.
So this looks like a Dark World shopping mall check here from Beer first.
There we go. Just some final fire rod shots there.
Moth knows what he did. He deserves that. So Beer with 4 crystals on the board, one of which is Atologic Swamp. Gonna try to throw a chicken through a wall.
Beer finding his brethren there.
Is there item caves out here?
Yep, for bombs and a compass.
Yay! Now we can count the items we got in here already.
Oh, good.
Well, this'll take you somewhere.
Yeah, you can check the 2 items here. And Residor finding Saha.
And Super Bunny not really having anything for Beer.
Nope. So where is this hammer?
Well, maybe up on Hyrule Castle somewhere. Oh, that's our mountain save equip point, I guess.
Oh, good.
Sure, right?
Nice.
And the potion shop. Yeah, it is pretty funny that neither player had checked that, but in fairness, after going up to the mountain and getting all that stuff, they had so many dungeon options that I understand deprioritizing it.
Yeah, and Beer remembering that behind the old man is a connector. Oh,
Very,
okay.
very helpful.
Well, I mean, nice thing is that you don't have to go from the bomb shop over there.
Yeah, the semi-entertaining part about that was that the other 5-6, in addition to ice, was swamp, both of which are hammer-locked logically. So.
Yeah. And Recidador climbing, so going for item density here. And possibly thinking, well, this just seems like a seed that would do this to me.
Yeah, both players have kind of gotten stuck into the spot now where you just have to make a call to do something less than ideal.
Yeah.
You're flipping that map. Well, now we know what map it was.
Mm-hmm. That would have haunted me otherwise, I think.
It's confirmation that the bomb shop guy wasn't lying. So where to now here? A guy under the bridge for beer. Have we seen this?
We have. Recidador did this ages ago.
Oh, that's right. He fake flipper to it.
And I don't think it was anything important.
Maybe a
Maybe a
small
key? Yeah. But like a Meyer or Gullwitz or something. Oh, no, wait. No, this was Pod small key, wasn't it?
It was.
Yeah. Yeah, I keep getting the small key and Zelda's cell and Hobo mixed up some reason. Which was the Skullwitz key. I don't think we've seen Waterfall Fairy, but we have not seen, I don't think, Zora or Zora's Ledge. Waterfall Fairy didn't have anything important. I don't think. I think just like bombs or arrows or whatever. Yeah. This will be new. I could not see what was on the ledge there.
Yeah, I could not either. Especially with the palette shuffle.
Yeah.
You're in Strawberry Quick, Zora's area. Oh, fun.
Oh my gosh.
I mean that's definitely nice for getting around. I mean, can't say otherwise. But without the mirror, it's it was a bow.
Bow. Thank you, Furious. Wow.
I mean, you'll take that. It's gonna be a challenging Ganon fight at the end of this one, but
I know, Butter Sword and Silvers. It's yeah.
gonna have to clutch that one out. Break out all the NMG skills.
Sitador with a nice landmo fight, continuing their climb. And where is Beer going next?
Yeah, that's a very fair question, and I do not know.
Oh, to activate the flute.
Yeah.
Probably should have figured that one out. Like, what's in Kakariko? Nothing except like Castle Tower. So easier mountain access, but at this point, there's only, I think, one outstanding check in Meyer, which would be checkerboard.
Yeah, Beard does. They do have access to the vanilla desert exit or entrance.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we've seen that. Given that
I don't. No, I don't think
it's
so.
book locks and they haven't run there, so that's definitely one that's way more convenient with the flute.
And Beer are gonna come in here and realize, nope. And our trusty tracker is saying that Recidador checked desert main entrance after Eastern.
Oh, okay.
So then probably nothing super important here. Nope.
Yeah, at least now with the flute, you can just leave instead of getting locked in there.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe Ice Palace entrance here from Beer.
I think so. But gonna check the cave first. Yeah, which we did see. I believe Recidador did this earlier.
Yeah, I think so.
Before they got mitts.
Oh, bumper. All right. Still have not had access to North Death Mountain or Bumper Ledge. That's
You're really fluffing this collection right here.
Yeah, that one's a bit of a pain to get around up there on Bumper Ledge. Just take
true.
it. I'll take the 20 rupees. Fine game. I found Bumper Ledge when I don't have mirror. So we're Recidador getting the simple joy of back of escape, getting that money, and well, he's got Zor money now.
Yep, got the best boomerang. Which, considering you have hookshot,
Spiral Cave, exciting.
Recidador has done the second castle tower check, and I think it was just like arrows or something.
Yeah, it was not anything of importance.
Yeah, Beer died and never went back. So at what point do you just say, you know what, we're just going to make the play to ice, even though we don't have a hammer?
It's coming close to the play to something, at least. Whether it's ice, or thieves, or diving more into pod.
Mm-hmm.
And this is diving more into pod.
Odd.
Yeah. Beer's found 3 smalls, so technically nothing in the back is in logic, although a 4th could easily be floating around.
Oh yeah, how many times have we seen a pod, small key, and pod across keys?
Recidador here, well, we'll see where he still has a few additional locations that he has not checked that Beer has. So, yeah, this looks like the Dark World Shopping Mall foray here.
Okay, so there's our Hyrule Castle small. That is meaningless at this point. Thanks, game. We do have pod big key, so we can finish checking everything back here.
Bottle percent is a thing.
Yep.
Yeah,
where is this hammer?
Nice small.
Oh, good.
Well, I mean, really running very low on options here. Beer starting at the pyramid would, I think, make one think that this could be the ice play finally.
Yeah, that would be my guess at this point.
He picked up, he has the big key, picked up that small key.
Mm-hmm.
I think that means everything safe for the boss, obviously, because of the hammer requirement is in logic. Oh, aside from the hammer checks, mind you.
Yeah.
And Residor coming back to Hyrule Castle to clean up Dark Cross. Yeah, the early boots have been nice, but the lack of other mobility options has definitely surely been a bit of a pain for these two players.
Yeah.
Consistently having to save and quit out of places, set up death warps.
Mm-hmm. Well, the nice thing is that we know that hammer can't be on Ped.
It's true. Our old friend the Ice Rod could, though, right?
That's
That would never happen.
true. Isidore picking up their 4th sword. Oh, what is in this big chest here?
Yeah, the rank.
Oh, good.
It's, rank percent. Alright, Ice Palace, one last shot here.
Oh, good. Oh, good. Another pod small.
And put that relative nothingness that we found in the back of pod there in logic. Okay.
Yeah,
Search
there
continues.
are a couple more checks still in pod to do. And in the unfortunate or fortunate situation that there is something like Ice Rod on Ped, that small key will be needed. And Residor heading into Swamp, which unfortunately we know has nothing.
Yeah, Beer, meanwhile, heading back to Thieves. Both keys, but again, no hammer. So,
yeah.
But the options have run really low for both players in terms of in logic checks.
Yeah.
They both have really tried to stay away from a few of these dungeons too, very reasonably. This seed is not permitting that.
Yeah.
Yeah, to answer Moogle and chat, these are basically like Beer's last locations here. Most of the stuff we've been seeing on Recididor's side, we've already seen from Beer.
Mm-hmm.
And without the mirror, we're kind of locked out of being able to access most of the other locations that still exist. Right now, the problem with the Big Bomb leading to something is the Big Bomb is horribly out of logic right now without the hammer.
Yeah, and that was a connector that went... Oh, like, we've already seen the other side of that connector.
Yeah, it was up on Hyrule Castle. Pendant blind cell. Mirror.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh,
there
that's
you go.
oh, that's you would much rather have wanted hammer there, I think, than
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Not
that
the thing that
feels not
opens up
good.
the myriad of other
Oh,
fun checks.
oh my gosh. This seed.
And not for
And
nothing, there's a mushroom on Lake Hylia Island. Yeah. That's not
yeah,
suspicious or anything. It's just there.
no.
It's fine.
Just
Don't worry about it.
just taunting you the whole seed. Um oh, nice blind fight. And just rupees.
Okay, so the major positive for Beer here obviously is he does have the mitts and the flute, and now the mirror. So while he does have a ton of stuff to potentially check, it is going to be as fast as it potentially could be.
And Recidador going a route we don't typically see in Swamp, but gonna empty the reservoir. I'm not even sure what you would call it. Empty the room here.
I guess so. Yeah.
And
It's
go the
nice that they
slightly
have a
longer
storm
route.
drain, though. I mean,
Yeah, storm drain. Yeah, that's
yeah,
a good point.
this is a well constructed dungeon at the very least.
And isn't gonna really find anything over here. And Beer deciding, okay, back into Castle Tower, and is going to be sorely disappointed.
Yeah, I do like that from Beer, though. That is a loose end check that could easily fly way under the radar after picking up that mirror.
Yeah, I agree.
And he does have access to the well now, so even without that hammer, he does have with the mirror here. He
And
will be able
that's
to get these
where it's
items.
going. But gonna pick up purple chest for what was it, like 5 rupees or something?
Yeah,
I
it was
think.
truly great value. There's fillet.
And Recidador taking down the Swamp Palace boss and picking up another crystal. Oh my gosh.
I missed it. What was it?
It was hammer.
Oh, it was hammer
in the
behind
well.
hammer. Yeah, okay, there we go.
Okay, so hard required. Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay.
I think it's Willard J. Bradley says that's one of his favorite things in Rando. Having the hammer on bat or in that location in cross keys. Mirror lock.
That's not the first time I've seen it, but
It's always
so
entertaining.
rare.
Yeah, so we're right back to Ice Palace here.
Yep.
That is crystal number 5. We know that right now Recidor has to make his way to Thieves as soon as he can.
Yes. And well,
he might be going back to Ice first, unfortunately, which is reasonable. We did see it on Beer's side, but again, Recidor's kind of been following in Beer's footsteps for most of these dungeon clears. Still has not gone to the Zora area either, where we have the flute and silver arrows.
See if any big keys turn up here.
Yeah, collectively we've seen all but desert. I'm not
Yeah.
sure if beer. I'm trying to look on the tracker. It
It's
does
so
look like
small.
yeah, it does look like beer has collected all of the other ones though. So
Yep.
no troll late game silly big keys.
So basically, Ice Rod, Desert Big
Yeah,
from Go.
yeah. That
Uh,
yeah, not a ton of options after this, but left side of GT definitely kind of
mhm.
screams pretty loudly right now.
It does. We also have all the mirror checks to do. Like, but I think have we found Desert North?
I want
I
to say they
think that
found it really early. Yes, the bomb shop.
bomb shop. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, so just then Ice Rod, Desert Big from Go.
Yeah, not 100% sure what is still left in terms of item caves. Did not record that they found Blind's Hut, but I could be wrong about that.
I can't remember.
Yeah, no. It's definitely hard to keep track of two players finding things at different times. But yeah, left side GT that's 10 items.
Yeah, that's that's where I would be heading probably, and trying to see if I can route in as many overworld checks as possible on the way with mirror.
All right, Beer hasn't seen this location yet.
No, he has not. I don't think he had money, or maybe he just decided to
I
not
think
do
he
it.
just bypassed it. He was at like 200 something early on. I was just like, yeah, I'm not. No.
No.
So he's gonna get that really fun knowledge that it's a bomb shop that has no value.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, bye. And yeah, Beer at his house. This very much feels like a GT play.
I think so. Yeah.
And in the other dungeons that still have items left, there really isn't all that much that's even in logic anyway.
Mm-hmm.
The Thieves' Big Chest, you're not really rushing for that. And the
No.
odd stuff is definitely not in logic.
And we do have Spike Cave.
And Mimic Cave.
And Mimic Cave. Oh.
Nice Sankart.
I think this is Recidor's last check here. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got to... Oh, there is the Ice Rod. Double fire
Okay.
bombing. Here's single big key from Go.
Mm-hmm. And where is Recidor heading? Okay. Uh-oh. Don't give us more pod smalls at this point. Let's not have two logically required pendant dungeons, please.
Yeah, I guess the one upshot is at this point, it would allow Beer to fully clear out that dungeon.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of pod, that is Recidor's location, but there is go mode for homemade beer, and he picks up
And a
Quake
nice
just
fluff.
for fun.
Okay.
Yeah, just over 2 hours homemade beer into go mode.
And Citadel heading to the back of pod. I think there's like Hyrule Castle small key or something down here.
Yeah, not terribly much for the volume of checks.
Mm-hmm.
Beer's gonna knock out Desert here. Either run or flute over to Hack area and go south to Turlock back.
Mm-hmm.
And Ganon is in a free location today in the Lost Woods, so...
Yep. Very nice not have to go back into the castle tower or anything to...
Yeah.
But what a nasty little seed here. Yeah,
Yeah, really bottlenecked them a couple of times, really.
and then it really came down to, okay, which dungeon that we don't want to do, because we don't have all the equipment we want to have going into them, do we do first?
And I think that, again, especially with the location of thieves, the players have made the most reasonable choices here.
I think so.
And they just kept, coming up short, and Beer is a little bit more efficient, a little quicker to be able to get to some things, and making that Zora play certainly helped make getting to thieves easier as well, so...
Yeah, definitely. Well, and with thieves being a pendant and ice being a crystal, that's another thing factoring in.
Yeah, absolutely.
And interesting, we're heading back into Turtle Rock. To do
laser. No, not lava chest.
And I thought he had done the front. Maybe not.
I thought he did the front as well. Does this lead somewhere interesting?
Going back up the mountain.
The front goes to Paradox. Yeah, it's a long-winded way to have to get up the mountain, unfortunately.
Oof.
Because the mountain connector's not the best. We saw a few that took you up there in Dark World, and okay, Bari, that's not cool.
Very rude.
You're having to take all this time to get back up the mountain. But meanwhile, you're making quick work of trying to exit with that gold sword in the final phase.
For some final rupees that won't be needed. Because we have a bee in a bottle.
Yeah, unleash that on the Ganon fight.
Yeah, I did see a mode once that was bees, and that bee Ganon fight was something.
That sounds like a Grey Corvid kind of mode.
I think it might have been.
Although I know he's big on the bombs though, so I could just be confusing. Alright, Residor has made his way to Thieves.
Yep.
And unfortunately, it's going to be a bit too late here.
Yeah, it's probably going to pick up Mirror right around the time that, assuming nothing strange happens, that Beer finishes here. But overall, I mean, not as terrible of a seed as it could have been. I think with the item locations, I think they happen in such a way where it kind of chunked each runner into... I think kind of limited their check options enough times that you didn't have like 800 checks available to you.
Yeah, agreed. And then when they finally did, with Beer getting that mirror, it happened.
Mhm.
He got the items in the few dense locations. But speaking of beer, please get your GGs in chat for Homemade Beer finishing first tonight's race. Official race time.gg time of 2:06:19, moving his team beats from the east to 8-3. And unfortunately, shortly after that, Residor did opt to throw in the towel, but he gave a really game effort in a kind of tough seed here.
Yeah. Get your GGs in chat for Residor. Demonstrating some strength with Sprite right now, holding up that.
Yeah, these enemies wanting up. Oh, there we go. Yeah, we are joined in chat by the winner of today's race, Homemade Beer, GG's Beer.
Hey,
GGs.
Thank you. That was a seed that happened.
That
Very
was something,
unexpected
wasn't it?
item chain of things. The lack of transportation for an hour and 45 minutes was fun. I think that was my favorite part.
We were talking about that. You guys had the benefit of the early boots, but the lack of flute, the lack of mirror just made for so many save and quits and death warps, and then you both also got funneled so hard to effectively last locations for things to get things moving.
Yeah. Yeah, I felt really lucky finding the accidentally going through Hookshot Cave and getting stuck. And then here's the Mitts and Samaria. I figured, this will make things more convenient. And then I looked around the map and I was like, this does literally nothing for convenience. It just means that I have a few more things to do. Okay, let's go do those things. And then realize okay, I'm still missing like everything useful. But I can climb GT, so let's do that. And then essentially what happened in the late game, obviously missing hammer and stuff, was like, okay, I went through TR front. If it's a connector, there was no other way up the mountain, and if that was a connector, you need 4 TR small keys to go through it, logically, right? Like, okay, cool. So I found GT small up there, I found all this other stuff. And I was just like, alright, well, none of this is in logic without 4 TR small keys. And I think there was like a GT small key somewhere too that was missing. Oh no, the lamp. The lamp was missing a GT small key. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'm going to ignore everything up here until last location until I find the logical path up here. And it turns out it was just the flute on Zora that I dodged for the entire seed. So, yeah. How are you?
Oh, we had a great time with this seed.
Yeah, we didn't have to play it, so.
Yeah, we were the further along the seed got, it's just, where is this hammer?
Yeah.
And nobody had a magic bat on their bingo card.
Yeah, that spot. Oh man, like as soon as I saw that, I'm like, okay, this could be dumb.
Yeah.
And then as soon as I got the mirror, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go do dumb. This seed's dumb. I'm just gonna play it into dumb.
But at that point, did you have any other possible checks you could have done?
Oh boy, did I. Let's see, that opened 1, 2, 3, 4,
post mirror.
5.
Oh,
6,
right,
7,
post
8,
mirror.
9,
Yeah.
10 entrances. 11. Yeah, 10. That opened 10 entrances, which were Blind's Hut, Checkerboard Cave, Agina's Cave. I could have got. No, I couldn't. Yeah, I could have got the mushroom to turn it in. Sea House, and Mimic. No, I couldn't do Mimic. And Floating Island, and then the 2 tablets both all opened up with that mirror. I was like, no, we're doing dumb here. we're going to the well.
Would you really consider it dumb in that situation, though? I mean, it is five items.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's 5 known items. I think.
Plus the purple chest that you were turning in as a part of it.
That might have been the reason I did it, because I didn't do purple chest so much earlier. So. I think if purple chest wasn't there, that might not have been my first destination. But yeah, you're right. There wasn't that much left.
I mean, there was stuff. It was just really not fun stuff
Yeah.
all over the place. Yeah, from watching this one, yeah, it definitely. And I know you talked to Recidador in the race
Yeah.
room. The couple places where it just seemed like there was the differentiation was those few key points. You were earlier to going to Meyer and getting that glove.
Oh, that opened a lot. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
and you were earlier to getting back to Thieves Town to get the mirror, and you did the Zora area, and then boom, hammer in the well, and then fortunately the last couple items were on left side GT, and then you didn't have to do all of those exceptionally uncomfortable and awful checks.
Yeah, the one-off. I that's something I don't know. I wonder if I could look that up later or something. But I think you need like a bow to put Meyer in logic. I don't think does Samaria or Fire Rod do it. I don't. For some reason, I don't think it does, but it might. Um. Anyway, I don't know. Just that was my random thought that I found the bow right before going into Meyer, and I was like, I think you're supposed to have this bow. And then, of course, I dodged the sword in Eastern, which I could have just had the whole seed, which was funny. So I don't know. There's a lot of things that felt okay and a lot of things that felt bad after the fact. GT.
So what influenced your decision to do the climb when you did it?
So when I went into GT, there were 3 checks in logic. The 2 on the climb, and tile room. And I think tile room was empty. I don't remember. I did the full right as you do. Yeah, it was. Okay. Yeah, I did the full right as you do, as most would do probably in that situation. If you're going in there at all, you're going in to do at least enough of GT, right? And then afterwards, I'm like, all right, well, it is pretty convenient, but it's a long way to walk around and do a bunch of other stuff when this is actually in logic, and I can full clear the climb and get the back of escape. So I'm like, all right, that's like whatever, 7 items. Not the worst thing I can do at this point in the game versus other options. And I figured, hey, maybe the hammer's there. No, it's just logically required. GT small and an ice big. Which got me a boomerang.
Yeah, but not the good one.
I don't know. It was blue.
It's blue.
No comment.
Yeah, and then it got to the point where it was basically down to, okay, do we go into Ice first or Thieves Town first? And I think
Yeah.
I think it made sense to do Ice first.
I think I would have done Thieves first if I hadn't gotten the ice big key. If I was still
yeah.
Yeah, I probably would have gone to Thieves first, actually. By the way, I didn't know that you all were calming this. Thanks for jumping in. I'm super excited to go watch the spec.
And we're literally the last second crew right here, so we hopped in. Furious Magic kept us on point, and
Nice.
Yes. Yeah, so you can look forward to many comments of, do you remember where this was? Or I forget if such and such did this. And so, yeah, huge thank you to Furious Magic for tracking tonight. And for those in chat who had better memories than me.
Yeah, I don't know if I had said it already, but like huge GGs to Risador for, suffering through this with me. Rando's more fun when you play it with other people who also suffer. I think that's the saying. No, that's probably not it. But anyway,
it's a philosophy to have on it. Yes. Yeah, I mean, well, this is one of those seeds, right, where you're so pigeonholed into a couple things after doing so much other gross stuff that those are the ones that feel like drags. So in some way, you do kind of say, well, at least somebody else, unfortunately, had to do it instead of like, oh no, if I had just done these 1 or 2 things, I would have finished 45 minutes ago.
Right. And in this case, like, it wasn't obvious to do Thieves Town in a way because it was kind of deep unless you found the flute early, and then it was actually like super early, and it was fine. And then Meyer was of course weird, just the whole thing about it. I forgot about that glove.
Yeah, but this is game 1 of 2, so you guys are still alone atop Lost Woods Division, and think game 2 is Thursday, 12:10 Eastern. Julo Ninja against the Lane. Are those players good?
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Pretty good.
Well, Julo's the best on our team, so we have to give him the cross keys match. We can only hope for the best. I think he was our cross keys pendant last year. Maybe he still is.
I mean, it's going to be
And Elaine,
by the numbers in logic play from Julo, right? Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing off the wall. Yeah.
And Elaine, been around forever. Really well known. Really good runner. We played a co-op tournament against them. I think it was him and Arior last summer, and we got destroyed in the semifinals by them. So yeah, it should be a good watch. Nothing else.
Any final thoughts about this seed?
Just I guess the last thought would be I was terrified that I loaded the wrong seed as soon as I started because I never actually checked the hash. I just prayed for the best. Said, okay, it's better be the right seed. But no, just thanks again for the restream and comms tracking, and once again, GG's to Recidador. I'll be looking forward to game 2.
Oh, well, thank you for the entertainment and GG's again on a kind of crappy seed.
Yeah.
Hey. Looking ahead, we have. Let's see here. We have Bottles on Empty versus Assault Miners on SpeedGaming. That's going on right now. That's Maximum Barnage versus Telefar. And then what else do we have going on tonight? We've got 2 Open League matches. One of them is getting a restream on the ALTTPR League channel in about 10 minutes. And that is Long Shots versus the Cowardly Dodger. So Dr. Earworm taking on Homewrecker. That should be a great race, I think, to watch.
Yeah, that should be fun.
But otherwise, I mean, plenty more races coming this week. So be on the lookout for all the Speed Gaming channels and ALTTPR League channels to go live with some more cross keys this week.
Yeah, non-stop cross keys action. So yeah, I think that's going to pretty much do it for us here on Speed Gaming 2 for right now. Carolyn, thanks so much for hopping in on comms with me. This was a ton of fun.
Yeah, happy to do it. I know trying to solo cross keys is not ideal.
Yeah, no, this was a really fun time. And once again, thanks so much to Furious Magic for doing yeoman's work and solo tracking, Drosy for the setup, Beer and Recidador for putting on a great show. And yeah, just keep checking the schedule. There's another match going on now, as Carolyn said, another one on coming up in 10 minutes and plenty more throughout this week.
Mm-hmm.